Okay, how many of you know that song? I didn't know it till I heard it. Then I knew it. So I'm going to start with the lyric the first lyric. Give me more lovin' than I've ever had. How many of you can go with that? That's what this month's going to be about. Give me more of everything because I am all of that. Give me more lovin', I don't need this right away. Give me more lovin' than I've ever had. Make it all better when I know I'm sad, even when I'm sad. Tell me I'm special, even when I know I'm not. Yeah, I know. So as you go along in this teaching, you hear lyrics and all of a sudden you're like, oh, you don't want to say that. But growing up, how many of our love songs were just about how horrifying love can be? Right? You crushed my heart and stepped on it into the ground and I'll never love again. How many of you went with that kind of drama life? Right? It's like, oh my God, she broke my heart in two and it'll never come back together until next week. When she shows up or he shows up, right? So, give me more lovin' than I've ever had. Make it all better. And I love this line. Make it all better even when I'm sad. That's like something we say to our parents, Mom, make it better. So this song is really about the relationship between one person and another. Obviously, it's a love song. And how out there, somebody can do all of this to us. And that one line, that's the kicker for me. That's the real kicker. Make me feel special when I know I'm not. And I really think that one of the things that's going on in this world is that most of us don't know how special we are. And we think that it's going to take someone out there to tell us and show us how great we are. The title of my talk today is Countdown to Greatness. And I believe every single one of us is on a countdown to greatness, but we're somehow stopped between 1, 2, or 3. If the countdown is 1, 2, I know the song is called 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick with me. If the countdown is 1, 2, 3, greatness! So let's do that, okay? I'm going to count the 1, 2, 3. You do the greatness. 1, 2, 3. Greatness! So somewhere along that countdown, I think we've paused. Houston, we have a problem. Cut the greatness out. Right? And I think we're at like 1, 2, let me fix this. I got to fix this. Wait, my pass doesn't work. Wait, somebody said this. That pisses me off. And we're stopped. Anybody? Right? So countdown to greatness. But it could just as easily be countdown to love. Because love is greatness. Because God is love. And I love what Karen said. I love Emma Curtis Hopkins. God is love. God is life. God is light. God is prosperity. God is health. God is everything. So we can pick anything and just live it fully. And I am living as God, which is what I am. And the countdown to greatness is just what it's going to take to get 1, 2, 3, God! With the plie. That's really what we're looking for, that countdown. So it could also be countdown to love, because at the end, towards the end of the first verse, it says, 1, 2, 3, 4, simple words, I love you. I love you. Now, here's the thing about that, I love you. I think we've spent a lot of time in our lives wanting to hear, I love you, coming this way. Needing to hear that. In order to feel whole, in order to feel loved, in order to feel worthwhile, in order to feel substantial. I need someone to say, I love you. And don't get me wrong. It's nice when someone looks at you and says, I love you. It really is, and I'm going to get back to that. And I also think we spend an awful lot of time in our life looking for someone, for ourselves, to say, I love you, that one special person. I love you, which is what this song was written about, that one special person who makes me feel good even when I don't feel good. Who makes me feel special even when I think I'm not special. That one person. But the problem is, we have spent a lifetime trying to understand who we are from the wrong side of the equation. Thinking it has to come from out there to come in here. In fact, it comes from out there because we're equal to it in here. That's how we attract it. So, 1, 2, 3, I love you. I want to ask you, how good are you at saying I love you? Not just to someone else, but most importantly, to yourself. Can you look at you, all of you, and say, I love you. Every aspect of you. Your good days, your bad days. My dear, I've seen them all. And I'm still here. So, can you? I mean, this is a really important question. You know, if you're going to feel your greatness, if you're going to literally live your greatness, you better like your greatness. You better love your greatness. There better not be one thing inside of you that you are holding against yourself. So this month is called Feeling Good. Feeling good. It was the logical next step for me after going deep. If I really go deep, I'm going to feel good. If I really go deep. And I really land in that place, as Cece wrote so eloquently, where it's just love. Even in my tears. No matter what's going on, it's just love. So feeling good. So the question I asked last week, and I'm going to ask it every week and do little snippets. You'll see every day there'll be something posted of someone telling me what makes them feel good. So the question I asked last week, which is, what makes you feel good? That's the beginning of the journey. It's a good question. It's an important question. What makes you feel good? And we should know what makes us feel good. Do you know what makes you feel good? The next question, the logical next question, which is really important, is why does it make you feel good? Why does whatever it is you say makes you feel good, why does it make you feel good? So let's just say you said salsa dancing, as someone answered me the other day. Salsa dancing makes her feel good. Why does salsa dancing make someone feel good? Because I can tell you, there are probably a bunch of you sitting here that salsa dancing would be hell for you. And probably anybody watching you. No, because you're not enjoying yourself. Right. That was not a judgment. I've seen some of you salsa. I've seen myself salsa. So why does it make you feel good? What about it makes you feel good? Well, I'm going to answer that question today. If something makes me feel good, it's only because there's something in me that is activated by it. There is good in me that is activated by something that is like itself out there. That's the law of attraction. If it's here, it will come forth from here, unless we do something to stop it. Unless we add, salsa dancing makes me feel good, and salsa dancing's on its way, and we say, but I don't have time to do it. That's how it works. Going to the beach, going to the ocean, standing in front of the ocean makes my heart just expand. And it's like, here comes the ocean. But I don't have time to do that. So, because we recognize this, don't we? So it's not just knowing what makes you feel good, or even why does it make me feel good. It's getting honest, getting down and dirty, and being able to say to yourself, I recognize in me what is here. I get it. I totally get it. What is in me. So this month really is about, and one of the things that I find so great about this possibility is this is a month for you to explore. What makes me feel good? What makes me come alive? What am I passionate about in life? What, when I do it, I lose time? How many of you do something and you just lose time? I know. How many of you do something and it feels like it's been forever and you've done it for 10 minutes? Could be your job. Could be whatever you're doing. But there is something in you that innately knows, and it's because of what Ernest Holmes talked about when he said, what is love? Love is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. That's what he calls love, and I read it at every wedding I ever perform. Love is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. That means you are a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. That's not just saved for when the prince comes on a white horse and pulls you up onto the horse and you fly away, because of course it's a Pegasus, I guess, and has wings. Right? I hear me when I say these things. No, you are the cosmic force. And it doesn't take a prince on a horse. In fact, the only way the prince on a horse comes along is when you know who you are. So, You are a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. That means you get to feel good. We talked about it in class on Wednesday. Can you feel good all the time? Can you feel good all the time? What is your answer to that? Sometimes I just wish you could be up here and experience these moments. When you ask a question, it's like, No, it's great. But I know you're thinking. That's why. Because you know what? A rote answer of, yes, you can, that just means you're not thinking about it. Unless you really, really have thought it through and you know the answer to it. Can you feel good at all times? The answer is yes. It's going to be a different feeling. I have to understand what good is. If good is all there is, then I can feel good all the time. It depends on how I react to it, how I relate to it. Am I going to relate from the place where I understand I'm a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible, or am I going to react from a place of a limited human being waiting for someone to complete me? So this month, Feeling Good Month, yes, I do want you to figure out what makes you feel good. But I also want you to take a challenge from me, and it's this. So my housekeeper has been having real problems with scheduling for herself. And she's there, she's not there. I come home, the house is clean, sometimes it's not clean. It's gotten really frustrating. And I thought we got it really cleared up. And on Friday, when I got home after a really long day, I got home at like 7 o'clock, and I walked in, and I had left all the beds pulled apart, and the dishes were in the sink that I'd left for a day because I knew she was coming, and all this stuff, and I hadn't vacuumed. I don't clean. I have not cleaned my house in 15 years. I've had a housekeeper. So I walk in, and she hadn't come. I probably was not feeling good. But I walked in, and I was like, no. No. I walked into the bedroom as though the kitchen didn't get clean, but the bedroom did. So I go into the bedroom, that's all pulled apart, and I was like, take a deep breath and fire her. So I wrote her and said, okay, so this relationship clearly has come to an end. I love you, and I respect you, and I get that you're busy, so let's just be done, and I'll figure this out for myself going forward. And then I started cleaning. And I started cleaning. And I woke up on Saturday, and I started cleaning yesterday. And I'm like a cleaning frenzy. And I'm cleaning. I'm like, I love cleaning. Oh my God, I haven't cleaned my house in 15 years. And look at all the places she never thought should be clean. I found all of those crevices and things. And then I go into Nora's room, and oh my God, girls and their makeup. There was makeup every place you could possibly look in this room. So I called her out of respect. And I said, Nora, I'm going to clean your room. It was like, no, do not touch my room. And I was like, no, sweetie, I promise I won't throw anything out, but I'm going to clean it in such a way that from now on, when you walk into your room, you're going to recognize it. And you're going to see where things are. And I won't throw anything away that I think you still use. She went, absolutely, no. Do not throw one thing away until I come back there and tell you this is okay to throw away. So I was like, how about this? I will make a pile of that which I believe could possibly be let go. And she said, okay. Well, that pile is so huge at this point. It is. The side of her room is like, here's the pile, and here's her beautiful new clean room. Even the makeup. I was like, do you really need 6 tubes of makeup that are almost all empty? She said, yeah. So she's going to kill me. Hi, I love you. I told you I was going to talk about this. And you girls are all saying, yes, you do? Do not talk to Karen Needle or Barbara Niles about makeup. So there is a point to why I'm telling you this. So I spent a lot of time in Nora's room, cleaning her room and throwing things out. In fact, Alex Robert Holmes is wearing a pair of pants that was Will's. Just stand up for a second. Come up here for a second. Are these not beautiful? Yes. Andy's wearing a shirt that used to belong to Oscar Rosas. No, the tennis shoes are his. He should give those away. No. Totally kidding. I love those shoes. So here's my point. So I'm in Will's room, and those pants are hanging and I know what I'm about to come in and tell you, and here's what I'm going to tell you. This month, I would like you to take the challenge from me, and this is a biggie, to purge everything out of your life, Laurie, you already did it, I know, that doesn't feel good anymore. Here's the criteria. If it feels good, keep it. If it doesn't feel good, and I mean good, get rid of it. Right? And if it only feels good because you feel obligated to have it because someone gave it to you, that's not the answer. No, does it feel good? Whatever it is, but that's also mentally. The ideas that come through you, the thoughts that come through you, relationships. Is this a good relationship? Does this feed me? Does this fuel me? It's time to really feel good, but you can't feel good if you spend a lot of your life not feeling good and being okay with it. Having an agreement that I'm okay. It's okay if I don't feel good here. It's okay, I'll just keep everything messy. It's okay to live in a messy world. It's not, because you can just keep purging. The reason why people keep so much is because they're afraid that they're going to never get it again. And that means you don't understand that the world is constantly evolving, and that there's always enough, and there's always more. I'm guilty of that. There are things I have in my life, and I'm like, I know I'm going to need this. When's the last time you used it? About 10 years ago. But I know I am going to need this. And I also know, how many of you go here? I know the minute I throw it away, I'm going to need it. Right? No, you're not. You're not. And I'm not. So I have literally, my house right now is just torn to pieces. Because not only, sweetie, not just your room, I went into my room, and I have a tiny little pile, but I went into my room, and I went into your brother's room, and I went into Kiki's, I didn't go into Kiki's closet because I don't want to get a divorce, but he will too, I'm sure, once I really teach him the necessity for this. He's watching live right now. I'm surprised my phone's not ringing. So the point is, can you know what feels good and get rid of what doesn't? So here's the thing about those pants. I love these pants. I picked out these pants. I tried on those pants. It didn't quite work. It was like, but Will has outgrown them. So they come up to like here on him now. So he can't wear them anymore. So I called him and said, can I give away those pants? Can I get rid of those pants? He went, no, I love those pants. You love those pants. I said, yeah, but they don't fit you anymore. And you know what doesn't feel good? To have something I like so much not being used. That doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good not to use what I know is good. So I said, how about I give him to Alex Robert Holmes? He went, oh, great, yeah. So we gave him to Alex. That felt good. You know what else doesn't feel good? It doesn't feel good to not use me, to not use who I am, to not use the stuff that I am. I was asked yesterday if I would consider taking on a role in a brand new musical that was on its way back to New York, onto Broadway. And I have to tell you, there was a moment I was like, well, what's the part? And he read it to me. I said, well, you know, I would have to leave Saturday night, fly back on a red eye, so I'm here at church on Sunday, and then I could fly back. And so I actually gave it some thought. And I checked in. I was like, does this feel good? And I was like, you know, it kind of does feel good. I haven't, and I still would have to audition. It was like, I haven't auditioned in like 10 years. What would that be like? I went, that'd be awesome. I would have a fun time. I gave it some thought. No, I've turned down the audition. Only because I have a wedding when they opening weekend. And the wedding's more important. My ministry's more important to me. I got it. My ministry's more important. But I also got, there's a part of me that feels good that I'm not using. A different part of me. So that's something to look at too this month. What makes you feel good about you? Creative expression. One of the things Ernest Holmes says about God is creative expression, nothing more, nothing less. The energy of creativity. Are you using that sweeping energy of creativity that you are to its fullest? Are you actively saying, I want to do this, I want to do this, and then doing it? Or are you saying, I want to do this, and then letting everything else take priority in your life? This month, feeling good is your opportunity to not only know what makes you feel good, but to start doing it. And then even more importantly, stop doing what doesn't make you feel good. Eliminate those things that don't make you feel good. Now that's daring. It can be scary, a little scary. But so I have a little quote from Ernest Holmes that I want to read you. It's very scary to say to ourselves, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to only do those things that feel good. And then to realize that there are some things that come up that you have to say, okay, so I'm not going to do that anymore. So I want to do this by the numbers. 1, 2, 3. Or ABC, which would be by the letters. But by the numbers. 1, 2, 3. So here's my quote. To be in a state of love, which is our natural state, you must be in a state of complete acceptance, without judgment, and with a belief in all things good. To be in a state of love, you must be in a state of complete acceptance, without judgment, and with a belief in all things good. So let's take that 1, 2, 3. A, acceptance. Accepting who you are for who you are. I loved when Sarah did her 30 days without makeup, and she's now writing a book about what it feels like to go 30 days without makeup, and to realize that we don't have to put anything over ourselves to be our full selves. We just sometimes choose. Makeup looks good. I know when I wear it, I love it. So, acceptance. Are you willing to accept yourself as yourself? That's a state of love, because if any part of you doesn't accept any part of you, you've kind of diminished the love that you are. That sweeping cosmic force. Number 2, B, believe that there is only good. Only good. Stop believing in the stuff in the world that they keep telling us is bad. There is no bad. There is nothing that is not good. There is just the appearance of what it shows up as and how people relate to it and how people allow it to affect them. If you can see the good in everything, I mean everything, love only, forgive everything. So A, acceptance, B, believe in only good, and C, crush judgment. You must get out of the way of a mind that is so judgmental it literally stops your countdown. Because judgment stops the countdown to greatness, to godness, to lightness, to peace, to prosperity, to all of it. So again, very simple. ABC, accept yourself and all things unequivocally. B, believe in only good. And C, say it after me, crush judgment. That's our job. If you're judging, you're not feeling so good. And I know some people say, well, it's fun to judge. It's not. Judgment is just another way of avoiding what you think about you. Because if I'm judging Lori Donato, it's because I'm taking my face off of my mind off of me and avoiding what I need to do with me. And I would never judge Lori Donato because she is a goddess. So there you go. ABC, countdown, 1, 2, 3. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is live it. Be willing to live it. Really live it. Not only know what makes you feel good, but actually do it. And get rid of what doesn't make you feel good. And I do believe that we can live in a world, Karen, could you guys come out? And Robbie, would you guys come out? I do believe that we can live in a world where there is only good and where we feel good at all times. So, I want you to take a deep breath. I'll tell you again, ABC, acceptance, belief, and crush judgment. That's my favorite one, crush judgment. So Ernest Holmes says, I have one more quote for you. Ernest Holmes says that love is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. But he also says this, love is a radiant feeling flowing through your consciousness at all times. Love is a radiant feeling floating through your consciousness, flowing through your consciousness at all times. That means that at all times you are available to this flow of creativity, this flow of love, this flow of energy, this flow of feeling good, this flow of divine emotion. You just have to get it out of the way of all the other crap. You have to be willing to let go. You have to be the gatekeeper of your mind and not allow anything else to come through. Because in truth, you are a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. So, I want you to use this song to just let all of this sink in.
Everything beneath the sun breathes like a harmonium. Pure perfection has begun, shining like a midnight sun. Out of darkness I have come. I see God in everyone. Let me be an instrument, guided by an heaven sent. Let these grapes of pain ferment, alchemize to love's content, ever be a sacrament, knowing God is my intent. God, let me know your name, hold me in the same breath as your word. God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace.
And it's so important for me to know that when I sing, God, I feel your presence, I am not speaking to an outside deity. I am speaking through and as that thing within me that knows. As Rumi says, the drop is the entire ocean. So I recognize that there is that in me that I can sink into and that knows so much more, that is so much more. And so I recognize this absolute, beautiful, infinite, unstoppable energy, this flow of divine energy and current. A cosmic force whose sweep is absolutely irresistible. And what I know is that this month, as I feel more and more and more of that good, as I let go of more and more and more of anything that may seem like the opposite, I allow that flow, I give it bigger birth, I give it bigger space, and I just say yes. Yes to all that I am, all that I could ever be. Yes to every part of me being used by this universe. All of my talent, all of my wisdom, all of my heart, all of my soul, all of my love. And just saying yes to it all. This is what I know. And I just let it be so. As together we all say, and so it is.
Rolling like a thunder cloud, let me live my love out loud, standing for mankind and proud, baptized in a holy shroud. Peace be still and know me now, God is in all I have found. God, let me know your name, hold me in the same breath as your word. Astound me with your grace, God. Let me know your name, hold me in the same breath as your word, as your word, God. I feel you all around. your grace, with your grace. Out of darkness I have come. I see God in everyone.
And so it is.